Hi, this is Ogechi here from Shares and Investment Lifestyle. So I get asked this question a lot. When should I sell my shares? So this question pops up every time when people are a bit confused. They have an investment made, and there's always this question in terms of when should we sell it? When should I sell it? Is it the right time to sell? So I just put down some points that I use as a guide to enable me know or have a kind of a clue or help me to firm up my decision in terms of when I should sell my shares. So I hope that this should give you some guide as well and help you through the decision process and make it easy. So I have 6 simple steps, and then as you listen to it, hopefully everything starts to make sense. But before I start off first, I'd like you to just first visualize your investment as a seed. Seeds you put in the hands of your children. And you've taken your time to select the right seed. You've done your research, put it in the hands of your children, and here you are wanting to invest. I use the children because for me it looks as I try to simulate the idea that you are going to hand this down to your children, so you're looking long term, and this is the best way to think of investment for you to yield proper dividend. So the seeds are in the hands of your children. And then you go ahead and you plant it. So you find the right ground, you find the fertile soil, you plant it in it for it to grow. You look for the right investment, you look for the right company that are doing very well. You put it in the ground for it to grow. And it turns out to be this lovely, amazing apple tree. Okay, so I've decided to use apple tree just to put it in perspective. It's an apple tree, but however, I have Apple as a company. So just to put that into a bit of a perspective. So the tree is flourishing, lots of fruits on it. And then the question you're asking now is, when should I chop this tree down? Basically, or when should I trim it down, trim some of the fruits? So these are the questions you're asking, and I'd like to put some perspective to it. So if you have it as a seed, planted it, and it's now this big tree. So now it's this seed turned into this amazing fruit tree. So now the other question is, when should you now sell it? So I have a first point here. As you can see, it's a gloom and doom here, and as you can anticipate already, it means that no fruits on the tree. So when you have no more fruits on the tree, revenues of the company are dwindling, the profit margins are really low or almost no profit year on year. In terms of the financial investments, commitment from the CEOs, commitment from the board of directors, seeming like they're lacking some sort of direction and focus on where the company is going, and production, the tree is existing, but there is no fruit. It's like doom and gloom, and not really the best projection forward for the business. So okay, in this case for me, it's clear that you would sell. Okay, so the other point for me here is when there are too much fruits. So now you have loads and loads of fruit investment. Your return on investment is growing, your dividend is growing. You invested in Apple as an example. It's a company maybe back in the 90s, or you invested in Amazon way back 5, 6, 7 years ago, and your returns are so enormous right now. Your dividend is growing, and I don't see any reason why you should not pluck some of the fruits. Now, I'm not saying you should chop it down. I'm saying you should take some fruits. So in this case, you would prune, or in this case, you would take some fruits off to invest in other areas. So in this case, you sell some of your shares. This is one of my other means. Also, you have another example when, again, you have sparring fruits, for instance. It's not producing as often. The profits are far and few between. You're not getting dividend return year on year. Some years is high, some years is low, and these are not due to external factors. These are inherent factors within the company. So you then begin to question the direction of the company, where they're really going, what are they wanting to do, and all of that. So in that case, I would say you would sell. Either you trim, if you want to, or you could sell it all and move on to something else. So this for me is another option. But if you trust in the business of the company, of course, you've done your research, then you could trim down some of your profits already to move on to some other investment. So why do you keep this and hoping that there'll be a turnaround? But you want to be careful, so you're not just hoping in vain. So do your detailed research on this one. Okay, also another reason why you would sell, of course, it's obvious here, it's the disease of infestation here, which is fraud. Of course, once fraud comes into the business, it's a no-no. You know, you don't want to be in a company that fraud exists in. You want to be out. You know, Wirecard is an example that came into play. It was investigations ongoing. I found that it was through 2 billion euros gone. I mean, that is it's a big no-no. I mean, something that was 140 euros and probably more is now down to less than the euro. So you should really want to avoid anything that is in fraud. This fraud is, you know, in play. Just escape it. Okay, this is my honest you know, decision on when to sell. You just take off. Okay. Also, personal needs. You know, sometimes your children are graduating from uni, or you are graduating as well. You need some earnings to sell to pay for either graduation into from, you know, going up to the next level, or for instance your kids' tuition fees. You know, or you want to also carry out you know, value-added improvements on your home. Excellent time to sell some shares. Take some of your profits, invest it in your home, invest it in your family, or you want to help someone in need, you know, desperate need, and you can do so. So for me, you could sell some of your shares at that point and you know, help the person or help the individual, or take care of that person's need. Also, you have change of appetite, and as an example, you have decided that you know, Apple's no more what you want to do. It's not your forte, and you want to move into something else. So you want to move into cherries. So you're not interested in that anymore. Or the company itself, rather than doing apples, they're now into cherries. But it's not really what you want. Then you can decide to sell. So the business model has changed. The fundamentals of the company have changed, but it's not really what you're interested in. Also, as a personal note, you may have been investing in a particular brand or product, but you're no longer interested in that any longer. So you then shift to something else. So these are the reasons why you would want to sell your shares. So these are the 6 reasons for me. No more fruits, too much fruits, sparing fruits, disease infestation, which is fraud, personal needs come up, and you have a change in appetite. Then you really want to sell. Okay, but before I just wrap up this, I want us to see this, just take a note on this famous saying from Johan. He said, many people take no care of their money till they come nearly to the end of it, and others do just the same with your time. So you really want to take out time to really sit down and take care of your money. I mean, if you've worked hard to earn it, you really want to take care of it so that it stays, it remains, and it grows. Okay, and you also want to do that with your time as well. So that is why I want to emphasize that, you know, before you take any decision in terms of selling your shares, please do take out time to do your research. Okay, take out time to do your research. Hopefully this video helps you. Please subscribe at the button down. Please click on the subscribe, give a thumbs up if you like the video, and you can watch other videos on how to research stocks and other videos I put up already on the channel. All right, do take care, and happy investing.